Hey, I'm just out here running away from my own viruses at home. Persistent little ones following me around, bugging me all day. Now, we've talked about pandemics in the past, and given our current situation of COVID-19, I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at some of these pandemics. Well, we've already talked about the Great Plague, the Black Plague. One killed thousands of people, millions of people inside Europe, ruining its economy, ruining Europe, sending it into the dark ages. But I thought now, one that maybe is a little more applicable to us is the Spanish flu of 1918. In the Spanish flu of 1918, it didn't come from Spain. It probably came from Kansas, from a US military base, and then got to Europe through those soldiers going to the front lines and then through the trenches. And you can imagine the situation in the trenches was ripe to spread a virus, and so it spread pretty quickly through and up and down the trenches on both sides, and eventually it took over and spread through Europe. Spain just happened to be the one reporting on it, and so everyone assumed it came from Spain. Now, people trying to combat the flu of 1918 weren't real sure how to handle it. The science wasn't quite there yet. Reports said they couldn't even see the virus on a microscope yet because they didn't have those microscopes. So what did they do? They tried to quarantine people, keep them away. They wore face masks. They closed meeting halls and meeting places, minus a few parades, which turned out to be pretty fatal. They even canceled school. So this is not our first time to cancel school for a virus outbreak. But in the end, in 1918, if somebody got in trouble or somebody was sick, in most places around the world and in the United States, you went to go help them. If you're in the rural parts of the world, you went in and helped them, took care of them. And the sad part is that most of the time, or a lot of the time, you got sick too. And the death rate was pretty high. In the end, estimated that the Spanish flu killed about 50 to 100 million people worldwide. And because of the Spanish flu, we've had some of our own changes. The creation of the World Health Organization, still can't say that, and try to fight those pandemics. So what do we have now that's different than 1918, 1919? Well, one, we have the knowledge of flu and what it is and the viruses, and a better understanding of how to combat them. We've had several flu outbreaks, not just the common flu, but other flu, avian flus that have come our way. We have that past knowledge. We also have a few other, advantages that they didn't have. More easily access to food. That's a big one. Better communication, better hygiene, or at least we should have better hygiene. It is 2020, and so if you're not taking, showers and baths on a regular basis, time to get with the times and start using some soap. We also have disinfectant sprays and things like that they didn't necessarily have in 1918. And we have doing what they did, social distancing, keeping away, understanding that the transmission of a virus goes from person to person. So if I don't see a person nearby, I can't catch the virus. Well, you should look into this Spanish flu of 1918. Pretty interesting stuff. That's a quick rundown on it. See you later.